Pakistan's food import bill has reached nearly $7 billion in the first 10 months of this fiscal year, up from $6.82 billion during the same period last year. The rise is mainly due to higher imports of palm oil, pulses, tea, soybean oil, and sugar, reflecting growing domestic demand. Palm oil made up the largest share, with imports rising nearly 25% to $2.87 billion. Pulses followed, with imports jumping by over 33%, while soybean oil imports more than doubled, reaching $280 million. The United States has raised concerns over these imports, warning of a 29% tariff on Pakistan's exports to the U.S. if regulations are not followed. Tea imports, however, declined slightly by 5%, while imports of milk and infant food rose by over 18%. On the other hand, Pakistan's food exports dropped slightly to $6.16 billion, down 1% from last year. This fall was driven by lower shipments of non-basmati rice and sugar. Total rice exports dropped almost 10%, mainly due to a dip in non-basmati exports. In contrast, basmati rice shipments increased by nearly 15% in volume and 3% in value. Exports of vegetables fell by 13.5%, mostly due to lower shipments of onions, potatoes, and tomatoes. Fruit exports were down by nearly 6%, and meat exports dipped 1.2%. However, seafood exports saw a modest rise of 8.4%. Despite rising food imports and falling exports, domestic consumers continue to face rising prices, as supply and demand imbalances persist.